Hey, my loves. So, this is I always got my comb because my beard be looking a hot mess. When I go and review my my videos, I notice that my beard be looking a hot mess. That's why I always got my comb in my hand, because I know my beard look a mess. But anyway, plus it gives me something to fidget with when I'm talking. But this is a Demi Lovato Dancing with the Devil review-ish type. I just want to sum up what happened in this. I'm 90% positive this is the last episode. It's called Rebirthing. And spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. So she had Elton John and Christina Aguilera. She actually brought in some, celebrities that she know. And overall, it was really informative, and I like the fact that they asked the right questions. Because, for example, I can probably turn this down a little bit. Because it's a hot one today, and the AC got to be on. So if you hear that, ignore it. So she was talking about how, they like. Let's go into it. So she was saying that she has not picked up heroin. Now, in my previous videos, and if you haven't watched them, the heroin that she took the night of her overdose, I misspoke, was laced with fentanyl. Now, fentanyl is one of them hardcore, borderline, not even supposed to be taking it drugs. And she talked about how, one thing I found interesting was she said that because that heroin was laced with fentanyl, and I told you in the previous video that she, relapsed, like after her overdose, that was not the last time she picked up heroin. So she's like the very last time that she did heroin before the actual documentary, she found that it wasn't strong enough. Because the night of her overdose, it was laced with fentanyl. She don't find heroin strong enough. It doesn't do her justice. So, and that kind of worries me, because Demi is one of those people who, you really have to monitor. You really have to make sure that she's on her P's and Q's, but that's all up to her. And that's another thing that they talked about, is that she has to take the leap of faith. She has to make sure that she's good. Another thing that I found interesting was that she said that she drinks and she smokes weed in moderation. Now, if you ask me, if you ask me, I feel like if you feel like heroin ain't strong enough, weed definitely ain't strong enough. And I know not nan one alcohol is strong enough for you to get your fix. But again, it's in moderation. You know what I mean? She claims that, she's done with heroin, but who knows? One thing I found funny was that Elton John was like, now, Elton John, he was on some hardcore drugs too. And he was like, there is no moderation. Elton John said, ain't no moderation. I'm sorry. He literally was like, there is no moderation. You either do it, or you don't. You either stop or you do it. There is no, he's like, there is no moderation, because he's like, if you pop one pill and you be like, oh, I'm good, you're going to pop another one. If you, have one drink, you're going to have several drinks. He's like, there is no moderation when it comes to recovery. And he was blunt as fuck about it. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I don't know. I really wish the best for Demi. And then last thing, they had asked her, and she has said it, a lot of other people have said it throughout the interviews in her past documentary and this documentary, is that she's a good liar. Demi apparently is a really good liar. She's really good at masking what's underneath the surface. So I think that it's hard to say or hard to believe her, because, you know, at the end of the day, and she said it in this last episode, she's like, you know, at the end of the day, I can only live for myself. I can only do what I want to do. So if I, like, you know, like, and she didn't say this, but I interpret it as, if, you know, if I'm not ready to put down heroin and crack and all this stuff, then I'm not ready. And, you know, she said that, you know, she's recovered. She's on the road to recovery and things like that. And I hope she does, because and again, she said this also, she don't know how many lives she has left. Like, you know, she was really close to, like, death, my nigga. Like, she was close to death. And I just hope, and I don't know. And I don't want to misspeak, because I know how, like, triggering it is, and I love Demi, but bitch, I don't trust Demi as far as I can throw her with this drugs. And I understand that she has a lot of trials and tribulations, but, and I'm gonna be real frank here, if you hate me, you hate me for saying it, I think a lot of problems that Demi is having are white girl problems. Sorry to say. A lot of her issues are white girl problems. There is no reason why you are, you know, going through this much. And like I said, I don't, you know, her interpretation on life situation, you know, I can only imagine how it feels to be, you know, going through the shit that she's going through. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people have way more problems and struggles to where, and they don't shoot up heroin. They don't do crack, coke. They don't do all that shit. So but I also feel like it is the person. And who am I to speak on someone who has addiction? Who am I to speak on somebody who never experienced too many hardships? But I do want to say that a lot of situations are really white girl problems. Sorry, Demi, but I gotta call it how I see it. But all in all, I do love Demi. She ended the documentary with her cutting of her hair, and I think that I liked her with the long hair. The short hair really does her good. She's really adorable. It's just, you know, but, you know, I feel like when women in particular, but when people in general just cut their hair, it's like I have to let go of something. And cutting my hair is like, I feel like they say it's so liberating. It's almost like skydiving. You know, I don't know. I ain't been through a lot. So, but my thing is like, I know people, and I know the inner of people. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway. And I hope and I pray Demi does really well. I hope Demi really is on the road to success. And like Elton John said, and this is my last point. Elton John said, you know, recovery and struggling with addiction is something that is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong thing. You have to want it every single day for the rest of your life to not do it. And, you know, it's hard to say, you know, but, you know, I'm praying for her, I guess, I suppose. Yeah.